Hello folks, and welcome to another video. So, two microphones into one camera. How's that going to turn out? So guys, before we actually get into the video, I thought I'd better explain something. So, initially this video was going to be just a bit of fun for me. I was never going to go up on YouTube. So the reason I'm really doing it is because Karen's gone out and left me here on my own. So, having been a little bit bored, I thought, I can try a little experiment here of two microphones into one camera. So this was never intended to be a YouTube video, but then I thought, well, the camera's going to be running, or will be running, and to sort of try a few things out. So either here and also out when we actually do the proper testing. As I said, it wasn't going to really end up on YouTube, and I thought, well, somebody might be interested. So this is where we've ended up. So, two microphones into one camera. Well, you may ask, why? Yes, well, why indeed? Well, if you're doing let's say a vlogging type video, and you're using a microphone which is pointing at your sound source, which will be me in this case, if the person behind the camera is doing a commentary, you're not going to be able to hear their audio very well because they're behind the camera and therefore behind the microphone, and the microphone's not going to pick up very well from behind. Now, if you was to use something like the Boya BY MM1 Pro, which is a dual capsule microphone, yes, that is a perfect solution, and I have one of those, and I've got several videos about it, and I've used it quite a lot, and it's worked brilliantly. But as I said, this was a bit of a fun. So, can we connect two microphones into one camera? So my thoughts are going to be something like the little mini Boya shotgun microphone here. Absolutely brilliant little microphone. I don't use it much now because I've got the Pro, which is a dual capsule one. This one's single capsule. And maybe something like a lavalier, something like that. But the problem is the camera, in this case the EOS M50, has only got one 3.5mm microphone input. So, how do we get two into one? Well, there's the thing. First of all, you need a microphone that actually you can remove the wire, if you like, guys, the cord that goes into the camera. If you can't, well, you can't do the test. Luckily mine does. So you need a microphone like that. That's the lead that just plugs in and out of the back of the microphone and plugs into the camera, a TRS to TRS, so that's nothing fancy about that. As I said, that's just a standard lav microphone, although this one is actually yonks old. That was the first microphone I actually bought, and that was for when I use the mobile phones. I don't know what you're going to see on that, but that's a TRRS. But I have a TRS to TRRS adapter, so, and I know that works a treat, guys. So that's that. So that's your TRS to TRRS adapter. Works a treat. So I need some way of splitting the audio. Now, bear in mind, guys, I've actually bought nothing to do this test. I haven't actually gone out and bought anything because it's really just a bit of fun test. So, having had a ferret around in my box of tricks and spares, or junk as Karen calls it, I come across this. So, that is a splitter, a headphone splitter. So it's a TRS on that end to TRS sockets and plugs. So it's just a splitter. Now this one is a it's a headphone splitter. I'm assuming and I'm hoping that that's going to work exactly the same way as a microphone, or it would split microphones, but I'm going to find out. So this will be the setup, guys. So that's the microphone. So we're going to plug two sources into that, aren't we? So what we're going to do is we're going to take the I don't know why this is going to show up. I'm going to take the microphone and plug that into there. Now, before we continue, I'm not going to try any test here now, because there's no test in trying out the audio test or anything like that, because there's not enough noise going on. So we're going to go out and try that out a bit later on. But anyway, guys, back to the setup. So I'm going to plug that into there. So that's the lead that comes with the microphone. So that's going to go into there. And that end we would normally be putting into your camera. But what we're going to do is we're going to now take that. I can put it on. So we're going to now plug the bit that we normally plug into the camera into there, like that. So that's the first part. So we have a lot of wires. That's the trouble. We're going to have a lot of wires hanging around. So then this is our little lav microphone. I mean, I suppose you could actually do it with two little mini shotgun microphones. One point in one way, one point in the other. And then we're going to take that and we're going to now plug the other end of the lav microphone into there. So now, as you see, guys, with all this wire, I've got two, well, that shows I've got two microphones. Well, does that show up, guys? You can see that. Two microphones in to one plug. So that will go into the camera. Now, I don't know how well it's going to work. I don't know if it's going to work at all, because my audio knowledge can be summed up in one word, which is nothing. So there's a question for you guys, based upon my lack of knowledge. Will it work? Won't it work? So here's the question. I said I don't know nothing about audio, so I'm hoping somebody. Sorry, it's a pigeon or something on the roof. Anyway, if you hear any rattling around, there's a pigeon on the roof. So where were we? Oh yeah. So I know nothing about audio, as you've probably told in the past. So both these microphones are they're unpowered, so they're going to take their power from the camera. As I said, I don't know nothing about audio, other than the fact that that camera there is going to supply power to the microphone. So let's just, for the sake of an argument, let's just assume that this camera supplies 5 volts to the microphone, and that then makes the microphone work, if you like. So if I plug two microphones into the same camera, so where does that 5 volts go? Does it get split between the, I mean, that might depend on the leads actually, but does that 5 volts then get split to each microphone? So you say each microphone gets 5 volts, or does each microphone get 2.5 volts? And therefore, would the then audio level going into the camera, would we have to increase the microphone level in camera to account for the fact that you're now using two microphones? Will the camera explode? Who knows? So that's the question I'm going to ask you guys before I actually get out and do a field test. I have seen other people do it, but they've used a different lead to mine. I think that theirs was a microphone Y splitter. The one I've got, guys, is just a basic. It's just a headphone splitter, so you can have, your lead plugged into your music machine, and then two headphones or two sets of headphones. So that's the question. Will it work? Why would I want to do it? I don't know. Well, I suppose my sort of thought processes would have been, if I was going to use it outside in a vlogging scenario, would this setup with these two microphones here give us, with that setup there, would that give us a better audio solution than say the Boya BY-MM1 Pro, which is a dual capsule microphone? Because in theory this microphone would be much closer to me. That would be mounted up here somewhere, wouldn't it? But it would be much closer to me, so my commentary would be perhaps clearer. And in theory, at least, again I know nothing about microphones, but in theory, if you use a dual capsule microphone, the rear mic's going to pick up my voice, but perhaps the front microphone will also pick up my voice, and you may get a bit of a weird sounding audio. I haven't noticed that, to be fair, when using it, but just a little thought. As I said, this was really just a bit of fun, or will be a bit of fun. But anyway, what's your thought, guys, with the audio? Would it would it work? I don't know. I mean, this would you know, that's going, you know, I mean, that's again a cheap little microphone. I said I'm not going to try it in here because there's not enough audio to try it out, but I will try it out in my M50, which I'm filming now. Would it do a stereo? Would it be stereo? So one microphone on the left channel and one microphone on the right channel. I don't think the M50 does stereo, but would it do that? I don't know. Anyway, guys, what's your thoughts? As I said, at some point I'm going to go out and do a little test, but that's I'm not going to do it on the back of this. That will be a separate video. So I don't know. What do we think? Will it work? Won't it work? Good idea? Bad idea? Is the camera going to catch fire? Who knows? Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this one, and we'll catch you on the next one. Until then, bye bye for now.